Hello, I'm Michelle Willis, lecturer in digital marketing and course leader for the undergrad BA marketing course, and this is my video segment of my final project, Enhancing Digital Content Creativity Skills for Digital Marketing Students. For this segment, I will be presenting the following points that build on my previous 1,000-worded commentary and my proposed workshop. This project is an initiative designed to diversify how students demonstrate their skills. It invites Level 5 students and possibly Level 6 students to create digital content, foster technical proficiency, conduct creative expression, and develop personal agency. As a course leader, I've taken a skyscraper view to identify where we can build and grow this form of curriculum across the business and marketing courses at the Marketing and Creative Enterprise School at London Met. So to understand students, the project would begin with a short pre-survey to capture the students' career clarity, the perceived importance and their confidence in creative skills, and awareness of employer expectations around AI and creativity. Creativity isn't a skill that comes naturally for many. It takes influence, inspiration, direction, and curriculum that teaches the process of creativity and builds students' confidence. So the pre-survey is vital as it will aim to help me determine a baseline of where the students currently sit on the subject of creating content and using AI to help tailor support and set scaffolding activities and comprehend the challenge level that can be applied within the workshop. The Equity, Social Justice and Inclusion Framework is central to this initiative. The project is channeled for a 3-hour workshop titled Creative Image Development with Communication Theory and AI Tools. The workshop blends theory, taking direct subject-related curriculum theories and topics, and matching these with industry practices, particularly on how we may associate symbols that we design and how audiences may engage with these, and associate other practices like the usage of AI for image generation, which is both a marketing industry practice, which can also be applied in the workshop. This workshop builds on the matter of technical proficiency, for example, learning how to effectively use digital AI systems to develop these activities, which can also increase students' ability to conduct creative expression and develop agency by reflecting on the process as well as the outcome. It embeds ESJF equity, social and justice inclusion, so students can create content in ways that feels culturally authentic, accessible, and fair. These principles are directly promoted under the London Met Centre of Learning, which were also promoted around the time for recent calls to revalidate the current undergrad GSB school courses. My proposed workshop, this workshop, directly draws on 2 key principles, including Principle 1, which calls for accessible, inclusive content that reflects student identities. They also align with Principle 3, which promotes student ownership and leadership. However, critical issues must be considered. Firstly, digital literacy gaps. Not all students may be equally confident using tools like Canva or AI platforms. Scaffolding must be therefore carefully designed to avoid exclusion. Cultural relevance. Creative outputs must be sensitive to diverse backgrounds, so facilitators need to ensure that examples and expectations don't unintentionally marginalize groups of students. Assessment equity. Creative tasks can be subjective, therefore clear rubrics and reflective components are essential to ensure fairness. Both the ESGF Principles 1 and 3 and the proposed workshop is aligned with the following theories of educational curriculum design and process to ensure the workshop is inclusive and pedagogically sound. Firstly, Sir Ken Robinson's view of creativity holds high regard in creativity, which underpins the ethos of this workshop. Vygotsky's zone of proximal development supports the idea of scaffolding creative skills, whereby students are guided with aspects of AI prompts, ethics, and studying content symbol signs, which will be transferred into activities involving their active content creation and reflective works throughout and after the workshop, enabling them to later apply these skills independently and across different tasks. Bloom's revised taxonomy places creativity at the top of cognitive engagement. This workshop is designed to help students reach that level through actual content production rather than just observation. And finally, Chickering and Gampson's 1987 principles emphasise interaction and high expectation. Thus, as the facilitator of the workshop and tutor to students who also engage with my marketing module, setting ambitious but achievable goals that involve getting creative, I hope will foster students' confidence and motivation, not just to complete this workshop, but extend the developed skills across the course. To show how these explicitly link to the workshop, I've developed a table titled Appendix 5, which can be accessed in the 1000-word commentary document that maps the listed theories, authors, as well as the referred principles against the relevant proposed workshop components. The diversity of our student body is a strength. Now, the screenshot above me may suggest that the listed students' title degree will determine their ability to succeed at this proposed workshop. But the reality is, even students with business marketing title degrees can equally struggle with creativity as much as a non-marketing degree student can. Students bring varied cultural, educational, and professional experiences that enrich the learning environment. But most importantly, they have learnt from various educational systems. So the idea of a creative workshop could either be enriching or challenging. My feedback from my peer review of this project reminded me of the importance of recognizing this diversity, not just demographically, but pedagogically, by designing tasks that allow for multiple forms of expression and interpretation. This means offering flexible formats for content creation, encouraging students to draw on personal and cultural narratives, and ensuring that feedback and assessments are inclusive and constructive. I reached out to colleagues in the Marketing and Creative Enterprise School for feedback on this workshop. So here, I'm discussing the insights from colleagues that provided valuable suggestions that enhanced the proposed outline. This one was provided by the highly experienced colleague Dr. Donna, who teaches on several modules I've been module leader for and is an experienced module leader herself. This was provided by an experienced colleague, Giovanni, soon to be Doctor, who is course leader for the Masters in Marketing degree at London Med, as well as the module leader and tutor. Now, Donna proposed integrating Canva into the workshop, noting that many students already use this. So I will also include this as a suggested tool in the workshop. She also suggested offering this workshop as a mandatory workshop for Level 7 business students who were required to produce digital marketing campaign assessments, which I took on instantly as this has been introduced to the group. However, as this workshop is being introduced to Level 5 and 6 students for the first time, this will begin as an enhancement week task, but I have future plans to make this a form of workshop part of a wider curriculum, which is currently underway with a new module I am proposing for Level 5 titled Social Media and Content Marketing. As this is currently still under review, I will be able to emphasize this workshop through practical portfolio relevance of content creation and AI usage, giving students something they can show on their LinkedIn or in their CVs and apply the developed skills across their degree program. Giovanni's feedback emphasized the need to address the ethical implications of AI in content creation. I acknowledge this to be a key given factor, given that students' concern on how AI is labelled as a tool that has mixed responses across the higher education context. Therefore, the workshop will also include discussion points, encouraging students to reflect critically on the tools they use, including potential biasness in generated imagery and data sets, attribution and originality, disclosure when AI is used, and how these can impact audience trust and communication values. Both Donna and Giovanni also recommended a reflective element, which authenticated my earlier views about how students need to directly think about both the process and how they develop their content creation output. Thus, they will also be asked to document their creative process, challenges, and ethical considerations, therefore building both self-awareness and ownership. After the session, I will use a post-workshop survey response. The original detailed survey was aimed to capture value, confidence, challenge level, satisfaction with the output, and intention to apply the skills. But the final survey was revised as a response to colleague feedback for higher completion rates and quick insight purposes. The revised survey therefore focuses on students reporting their overall experience, the usefulness of the tools, whether AI helped with their confidence and key challenges and satisfaction, and what their next steps will be. This will hopefully keep the students engaged and focused on the point of the purpose of the workshop and if it had relevant impact on them. Results will also be used as feedback to iterate the workshop design, ensuring continuous improvement and assessment equity. So this project is more than just a single workshop. It's a platform for student voice and transformative experiences. By integrating AI tools like Adobe Firefly and Canva as learning tools and ESJF principles, students learn to design with clarity, overcome cognitive creative challenges, address cultural sensitivity and ethical awareness, whilst building confidence in their ability. They could leave with sharpened creative processes, a portfolio ready artifact, and the language to explain their choices and why they work, which are skills that are needed for future careers in digital marketing. By embedding the ESJF principles, responding to staff feedback, and grounding the project in theory, we're creating a meaningful, inclusive, and forward-thinking learning experience. That concludes my discussion of my final project. For details of the session structure and evaluation tools, please see Appendixes 1 to 6 in the document 1000 worded commentary supported along with this video essay, and all references cited in both this video and the report can be found in the document as well. Thank you for watching.